Greetings, welcome back, YouTube family. I am Diamond Simone, and I specialize in restorative wellness practices designed to regulate your nervous system. And I help people restore peace, balance, and harmony into their everyday life experiences. One of the primary ways that I share this work is through restorative yoga because combining intentional movement with conscious breath work truly becomes the medicine for the body, mind, and spirit. Today, I am so excited for this video. I am going to be guiding us through certain yoga postures and sequences that will help you relieve sciatic pain. And I'm so excited about this video because I have experienced sciatic pain since my early 20s, and it truly was the starting point of my whole yoga journey. And since I made yoga a part of my everyday life, sciatic pain truly is something of the past. The last time I experienced a flare up was maybe about 5 years ago in 2021. And that was the year I decided to become certified in this yoga practice. So I feel like that was my test to make it my testimony. So, before we begin, I want to put emphasis on breath work being the foundation of this practice. And in my teachings, I use a breathing rhythm called the Rule of Four, which is designed to regulate your nervous system and bring the body back into alignment. I am going to be guiding us through a simplified version of this breathing rhythm, but I must recommend that you explore my Rule of Four Breathing Method Masterclass, which will be linked below. It is important that you learn the mechanics of this breathing rhythm so you can truly experience the benefits and the transformation that lies within this practice. So, now that I've said all of that, let's go ahead and begin. And we're going to start by lying flat on our mats. Okay. I know if you're watching this video, you may be currently experiencing sciatic pain. And I know during this, sitting flat or lying flat might be painful. Like this posture right here might be very uncomfortable. I've experienced it before. So if lying flat like this is uncomfortable, you can place the soles of your feet down on the mat and allow the knees to point up towards the sky. This should provide you a little bit of relief. And from here, we're just going to start off practicing our breathing rhythm. So the shoulders are relaxed and lying flat on the mat. The legs are about hip width apart. The arms are relaxed. The neck is relaxed as well. Your chin can be pointed towards your feet or your thighs to allow for the neck to fully relax. So from here, we're going to slowly inhale through the nostrils. Slowly allow for the belly to expand. Slowly filling the lungs as we slowly inhale. And once the lungs have reached capacity, we're going to hold the breath for a moment. Really savor that feeling of fullness by holding the breath. And next, we're going to slowly exhale through the nostrils, allowing for the belly to collapse and the lungs to slowly empty as we slowly exhale. Once the lungs are empty, we're going to pause for a moment and allow for the body to reset. And when you are ready, we're just going to repeat that same pattern of breathing throughout the entire practice. Feel free to pause the video here and kind of practice that breathing rhythm before you begin. But for the sake of this video, we are going to go ahead and move forward. So as you inhale, I want you to lift the soles of the feet up. Maybe you can bring the thighs to the chest, or just simply lift the feet, leaving space between the thighs and the chest. And I want you to begin to rotate the legs. And this is how you slowly massage the lower spine by slowly rotating the knees while the feet are lifted. And if you want, you can bring the thighs closer to the chest and bring the massage up the spine. So now you are massaging the mid-back. But since you're here for sciatic pain relief, the best position is having a little space between the belly and the thighs so that you can really trigger that lower spine, that tailbone. You can rotate in opposite directions. And this is just a way to kind of observe exactly where your pain lies. And this is also a gentle way to give your back a massage, your spine a massage, to move closer into alignment. Remember to be gentle. You are still slowly inhaling through the nostrils, holding the breath, and exhaling through the nostrils. It may help to hold the knees to have better control. And you can even separate the thighs and rotate. This is my favorite go-to whenever I am experiencing any type of back pain. It kind of gives me the opportunity to examine what's going on, where does the pain lie, so I can know exactly where to target my relief. So feel free to do this as long as you feel need. You can pause the video here and just do this for a couple of more minutes, because this does bring relief to the spine, because you are giving it a gentle massage, helping your spine to shift back into alignment. But for the sake of this video, we are going to move forward by bringing the soles of the feet back down to the mat. Knees are still pointed up towards the ceiling. You are going to form two right angles with your arms. The elbows are aligned with the shoulders, and your arms are forming two right angles lying beside the head. Still practicing our rule of 4 breathing. As we slowly inhale, we're going to lift the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Still slowly inhaling through the nostrils, still slowly filling the lungs. And once the lungs have reached capacity, we're going to hold the breath, hold this position, And as you exhale, just allow for the body to settle here in this comedic bridge position. Continuing to breathe, slowly inhaling through the nostrils, maybe shifting the pelvis up closer to the sky as we inhale. And as we exhale, just allow for the body to settle, holding this half bridge position. This posture allows you to gently strengthen the glutes and the muscles in your back so you can take the pressure off of your spine. Continuing to breathe. On your next exhalation, we're going to release the tailbone back down to the mat. Bring the thighs to the chest and embrace. Wrapping your arms around your legs. The feet is flexed towards you. And you're going to lift the head up so that your nose touches your knees or your chin is connected to the chest, whichever is more comfortable for you. But the head is lifted and the feet is flexed. Continuing to breathe here. Slowly inhaling through the nostrils. Slowly filling the lungs. Slowly expanding the belly. And as you exhale, just contracting the belly. Slowly emptying out the lungs. Holding this position for a moment. And it's okay to rock here to further give your spine that massage, shifting your spine back into alignment. Sometimes our sciatic nerve is triggered by a slip disc, a disc slipping into a space that it's not necessarily supposed to be. So I love these gentle spinal massages that help shift things back into alignment, which also relieves any pain that may be there. Continuing to breathe. Lower the palms to the ankles, and as you exhale, allow for the head to relax and the soles of the feet to lower back down to the mat. The knees are still pointed up to the ceiling. This time your palms are lying beside your ankles. And on your next inhalation, we're going to shift that pelvis back up towards the ceiling, curling the shoulder blades under. And as you exhale, just allow for the body to settle into this half bridge. So you're holding this position each time you inhale and exhale. Each time you inhale, feel free to try to shift that pelvis up closer to the ceiling. This is a progressive practice. You are always moving forward. And as you exhale, just allow for the body to relax and settle into this posture. Moving forward, on your next exhalation, go ahead and release the tailbone back down to the mat. And again, we are going to bring the thighs to the chest and embrace. Lifting the head so the chin is connected to the chest, or the nose is connected to the knees, and the feet is flexed towards you. This is a fireball position. Continuing to breathe. On your next exhalation, allow for the head to relax back down on the mat. Lower the palms to the ankles and allow for the soles of the feet to lower back down to the mat. Keeping the palms next to the ankles. Once more, as we inhale, we're going to shift the pelvis back up, really activating the glutes and the thighs, curling the shoulder blades under, sending energy throughout the arms, and continuing to breathe. On your next exhalation, lower the tailbone back down to the ground. And you can relax here for a moment. Okay, moving forward, we're going to extend the arms out beside the body as if you were forming a letter T with your upper body. We're going to lift the legs up towards the ceiling. And from here, we're going to cross one leg over the other. Let's start with the right leg. You can cross it single or double. We're going to inhale here, turning the head to the left side. Since we crossed the right over the left, we're going to turn the head to the left side. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly allow for the legs to descend over to the left side. Remember to go slow and go as far as the body will allow. Be careful not to overextend. And be sure to keep the shoulder blades and the arms flat on the mat. It's okay if your legs doesn't descend all the way over. It's most important that you keep the upper body, the shoulder blades and the arms flat on the mat. And just continue to breathe here. This posture helps decompress the spine. So each time you exhale, you are intentionally releasing any tension that may lie within your vertebrae. On your next inhalation, we're going to turn the head back to the center, unwind from the base, and we're sending the legs back up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to do the opposite side. We are crossing the left over the right. And we're going to turn the head to the left. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, slowly allow for the legs to descend over to the right. I do have my legs crossed double just because it's my preference, but you can also have them crossed single. It's totally fine. Continuing to breathe. Each time you exhale, just allow for the body to soften and relax and decompress. Okay, from here, as we inhale, we're going to shift the head back to the center, unwinding from the base, sending the legs back towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, just bring the arms down beside the body. And you can lower the soles of the feet back down to the mat. Okay, moving forward, we're going to take the right leg or the right ankle and place it over the left thigh. We're going to do our figure 4 fold. So from here, we're going to grab our left thigh. And as we inhale, we're going to slowly shift the left thigh closer towards the chest, being very gentle and going as far as the body will allow. Okay. Continuing to breathe. Slowly inhaling through the nostrils. And as you exhale, allow for the hips to soften. This helps soften the glute muscles, which typically compresses the sciatic nerve. So you can open up the hips and soften up those glute muscles that might be interfering with that sciatic nerve and causing pain. Moving forward, we can release the left thigh and allow for the left foot to lower back down to the mat. We can lower the right foot back down to the mat, and we're just going to do the opposite side, bringing that left foot or left ankle to combine with that right thigh, embracing the right thigh. And as we inhale, slowly shift the right thigh closer to your chest, going as far as the body will allow, lifting that right foot up off the mat and bringing that thigh closer to the chest. Continuing to breathe. Each time you exhale, you can kind of shift that thigh closer to the chest. This is a progressive practice. We are always moving forward. We are going to lower that right foot back down to the mat, releasing the right thigh, bringing that left foot back down to the mat, and we're just going to repeat that one more time. Bringing the right ankle back over the left thigh, embracing the left thigh. And as we inhale, lifting the left foot up off the mat and bringing that left thigh closer to our chest. Continuing to breathe. Releasing the left thigh, lowering the left foot down to the mat, lowering the right foot down to the mat. Opposite side, bringing the left ankle over the right thigh, embracing the right thigh. And as we inhale, lifting that right foot up off the mat, bringing the thigh closer to the chest. Really opening up the hips. All right, we're going to release that right foot back down to the mat, and the left foot follows. From here, I recommend extending the legs back out in front of you, flexing the feet towards you, bringing the palms above the thighs, connecting the chin with the chest. And as we inhale, we're going to lift, we're going to rise. Bringing the arms up to shoulder length. And as you exhale, just relax. Now, dealing with sciatic pain, that movement to rise might be a little bit painful. So, what we're going to do here is use the arms and the elbows to rise. Walking the feet forward, really using it as leverage to lift that spine up off the mat and come back up to an upright position. Those are the 3 practices I recommend for sciatic pain relief. If you are currently dealing with sciatic pain at the moment, I recommend doing those practices at least twice a day. And I promise you, you will find relief very soon. I hope this practice has supported you, and if it has, please feel free to visit lovediamondsimone.com, where I have full restorative yoga practices available to you. Some are recorded, some are hosted virtually and live, and some are hosted in person if you reside in Houston, Texas. I will see you guys again on the mat soon. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.